Update 2. My girlfriend of 5 years introduced me as her roommate at her work party. When I confronted her, she said I was lucky she kept me around at all. I agreed and apologized. The next day, I moved out while she was at work and left a note that said, "Good luck paying rent, roommate." She's been calling ever since. She left early the next morning for a breakfast meeting, still wearing the diamond earrings I'd given her for our 4th anniversary. As soon as her car pulled away, I began executing the plan I'd formulated during my sleepless night. First, documentation. I took photos of everything in our apartment, focusing on items I'd purchased, our lease agreement, which was in both our names but on which I'd paid the security deposit, bank statements showing my contributions to our joint expenses, screenshots of my monthly transfers to our shared account that covered 70% of our rent and utilities because my puddle of a company paid me pretty well. Next, I made calls to my bank, my lawyer, my boss. By noon, I had set everything in motion. Then I packed efficiently, strategically. I took only what was unquestionably mine: clothing, personal effects, family heirlooms. I left behind anything we'd purchased together, anything that could be considered a gift to her. I'd actually contacted a moving company the night before while Vanessa was sleeping, explaining my situation without the emotional details. Need to move out while my ex is at work tomorrow was all I needed to say. They'd heard it before. The premium for next day's service was steep but worth every penny. The movers arrived at 1 p.m. as scheduled. By 3, the apartment was half empty. My home office was gone, the living room furniture I'd brought from my previous apartment was gone, the expensive entertainment system was gone, the original artwork I'd collected was gone, even the fridge and washer-dryer combo that I'd purchased when we moved in was gone. What remained was a partially furnished apartment with noticeable gaps, like missing teeth in a smile. I left behind our bed. She could keep that memory. The kitchen table she'd picked out, her clothing, of course, the decorative items she'd selected. I wrote a simple note and left it on the kitchen counter. Good luck paying rent, roommate. I've covered my half through the end of the month. But here's where the story takes a turn. I didn't just move out. I moved on with a plan. Remember when I said I made calls to my bank, lawyer, and boss? Here's what that was about. Call 1, separating our finances. Not just closing joint accounts but initiating a complete financial audit of our relationship. Every shared expense, every trip, every gift documented and assessed. Call 2, reviewing our legal entanglements. We weren't married, but we had investments together, real estate interests, a shared vacation property, ownership agreement for a cabin upstate. Legal ties that would need careful untangling. Call 3, implementing my career contingency. 6 months earlier, I'd been offered a position at a major firm in Chicago, nearly triple my current salary, but I declined because Vanessa's job was here. Now I called to see if the opportunity was still available. It was. What I didn't know then was that Vanessa had been living a double life, far beyond just calling me her roommate at one work event. Later that afternoon, as I was checking into a hotel, I received a call from an unknown number. It was Graham, Vanessa's VP of all people. "Noah, this is awkward, but are you and Vanessa still together?" Confused by his question and his possession of my number, I asked how he'd gotten my contact information. "You gave me your business card at the gala," he explained. "Said to reach out if we ever needed marketing consultation. I kept it because, frankly, something felt off about your situation." I confirmed that Vanessa and I had just broken up. There was a long pause. "I thought so. Look, there's something you should know. The reason I called you a roommate last night is because that's how she's been describing you for months. But she's also